it's not a sector in itself. Any economy globally has three main sectors, and as we all know, these are agriculture, industrial, and services. When we say digital or knowledge economy, there's a general assumption that it's a sector on its own and that it can be built and grew and flourish on its own. Whereas actually, it's kind of a subsector directly linked to all other sectors. And it's a representation of the development and growth of all these three sectors.
One of the highest informal investment in entrepreneurship and early stage businesses in the world per capita is Lebanon, which means that a lot of people start businesses on the side or invest in a family member's little venture.
We usually have the third highest number of applications coming from Lebanon. Previous years, we had up to 20% of our applications from Lebanon. We see a lot of our winners. So usually we take a pool of 6,000 startups across the region, and we choose 9 winners. Every year, we have at least 3 winners coming out of Lebanon.
Digital policies are extremely important. So digital policies is a nascent sort of specialty in the Middle East and North Africa region, and in Lebanon. Maybe Lebanon is just there, right? But we need to be very, very progressive and aggressive in digital policies in terms of data privacy and access to data across border data flow, etc. You have more than 150,000 existing small and medium-sized enterprises that employ more than 50% of the people. And the relatively concerning fact about these 150,000 SMEs is that only 20% are online. So you need urgently to bring these online. Just imagine the impact that if each one creates one job, you know, we're really in good shape.
When I was appointed as Minister for Investment, State for Investment and Technology, obviously this was a first unprecedented situation. Like there was no previous experience or a ministry, and therefore we had to start from scratch. Obviously, I think I was excited, and so was the ecosystem, that finally the Lebanese government did decide to dedicate, even though it's a Ministry of State, but at least it was the first step in the road towards digital transformation. We created an action plan, which I shared publicly. I will summarize it quickly. We have 7 pillars in this action plan. The first pillar is the business environment. As I said, inward. This is important for the knowledge economy and for any other sector. As we know, this is one of the biggest impediments and challenges in Lebanon, the business environment. The second pillar, in summary, was the investment, i.e. we needed to inject capital. The third pillar that we also worked on was the digital awareness, or the creating more digital abilities in the ecosystem and beyond, within the population. The fourth pillar was what we called Lebanon as a knowledge hub, i.e. our ambition was to attract companies to use Lebanon as a hub. The fifth pillar we had was the export focus. An export policy support our services industry export to the world and promote its capabilities, and obviously increase our share of export. The sixth pillar was about decentralizing tech. So one of the key issues that we identified is tech remains very Beirut or capital centric. And finally, the seventh pillar was about innovation and research, and mostly implementing the key legal or legislative agenda or reforms that we needed and that we lacked crucially in order to become an attractive environment.
Other strength that we have is the diaspora. Diaspora is really everywhere.
Diaspora, this is a very big pool of talent and connections. And when I started in my position, I thought, okay, every country I visit, I want to go and see who in the diaspora is Lebanese, we can reach out to and see how they can help through their work and give them the incentives. Like if they can create jobs in Lebanon, if they can establish an office in Lebanon, give them the right incentives. So it's not just a favor they're doing to their country, it's a win-win for everyone.
On the investment mindset, I think what's happened now in Lebanon, the silver lining, I mean, obviously it's horrible, but the silver lining is that the economy the shock that we've gone through will definitely switch the mindset from one of rentier economies based on services, based on cash inflows from remittances and whatnot, to a productive economy.